What is up, y'all? Within today's video, we're going to be talking about Tana Mongeau because, y'all, recently she is speaking out about Morphe. Also, I have a question before getting into this because I feel like maybe you guys are a little bit more smart than I am, and maybe some of you guys out there may be into like PR or maybe marketing. I have a question, and it does pertain within today's video. Obviously, I'll give you guys all the details, right? But from the jump of this video, I'm just so curious to know what you guys have to say about this. Say, for example, if I create a TikTok, right, and that TikTok goes viral, it gets like 1 million views or over 1 million views, and it has thousands of people purchasing a product. Say, for example, I did a TikTok about this REM lip oil. I showed how much I liked it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I love it so much. And then bam, the algorithm picks that up. It goes viral. Their sales jump up. Do you guys think that that brand owes me a collaboration? Do you think they owe me a sponsorship? Do you guys think that they owe me money? I want to know what you have to say about that because I obviously don't know how that would work because I feel like things obviously can get a little bit tricky. And then on top of that too, I just feel like it really does depend upon the algorithm. And then I wonder if, like, I don't know, does the brand owe you? Like, do you feel like the brand would owe you? And I feel like it's a little bit of a tricky situation because, say, for example, if like one video goes viral, it doesn't mean that if they give you $20,000, right, that next video that you create is going to go viral. I'm a little bit confused about this because I really do feel like what we're going to be talking about today as far as like Tana Mongeau and her talking about Morphe and then them sending her stuff. And then she's like, bitch, where's the collab? I low-key feel like a lot of people on social media now have this expectation, and I'm kind of like caught in between on this. Do you know what I mean? I'm like sitting here like, yeah, you know what, the brand should definitely send something, but if they do work with you again in the future, who's to say that that video would go just as viral? Do you know what I mean? I feel like it's a nice gesture. Like, y'all, just keeping it real, if I owned a brand and somebody made a video and it went viral and my sales skyrocketed, of course I'm going to kick them down. Of course I'm going to hook them up. I'm going to send them some product. I'm going to send them something, some type of thank you. Do you know what I mean? But also on top of that too, like, I just feel like this day and age, I do see a lot of brands out there. Like Tier recently was like buying a whole bunch of people bags. I'm like, y'all, just keeping it real. Like, if a brand was going to send me anything, I'd be like, send me money. I need money. I don't need a bag. I don't need shoes. I don't need, like, you know what I mean? Send me money. That's what I need. So I'm really wondering, do you guys feel like this is the move moving forward? If people have a viral video, should brands reach out and collab with that person? Collab as far as like a sponsorship. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm curious. I wonder how that would work. Anyways, we're going to be talking about Tana Mongeau because she actually did a TikTok talking about a Morphe lip liner that they discontinued. And I guess apparently they're like gonna bring it back. And now she's talking about it on her podcast because she's like, all they did was give me a lip liner and that's it. So I'm like, kind of obviously like alluding to the fact that they should pay her. Do you know what I mean? In my opinion. Obviously, I'll show you guys the TikTok as well as a portion of the podcast that she was talking about this on. And I'm just really curious to know what you guys have to say about this. And especially, y'all, I feel like Morphe, I feel like they'd be really apprehensive to work with somebody like Tana Mongeau. Obviously, Tana Mongeau has been through her fair share of scandals, let's just say. And you guys know that Morphe obviously tried their hardest to move themselves away from people like Laura Lee and Manny MUA and like Jeffree Star. Do you know what I mean? James Charles, like all these people, they're like, whoa, we don't want those ties anymore. But also, too, I do have to say this. Y'all know I'm always saying things like this. Like, say, for example, if they're scared to work with Tana Mongeau, it's like, then they should be scared to work with everybody. Like, I feel like everybody this day and age is going to have a scandal. Like, I feel like everyone is bound to say something that somebody doesn't agree with, and that side of the internet can, like, argue over it and be offended. Do you know what I mean? It's just like, I don't know. I feel like this day and age, people are just way too sensitive, so you're bound to get into a scandal. I feel like it's very rare for a person to not get into a scandal, in my opinion. Anyways, we're going to be talking about that today. Also, don't forget, I have new podcasts up every single Wednesday, new travel vlogs every single Sunday. They'll be linked down below. Go show some love over there. I'd appreciate that. Let's get into it. I'm going to start this off by playing the first TikTok to where Tana Mongeau was talking about this Morphe lip liner. I want to say it was called Makeup Talk, and basically they discontinued it, and she's like, what the hell? Bring it back, bring it back. And you know what's so crazy? I just want to talk about this briefly. Is from working at Mac, I think I talked about this before on the channel, a lot of people would always come in to where, like, say for example, we would discontinue something, people would be like, oh my god, it was such a good seller, like, why'd they get rid of it? And I'm like, actually, it's not a good seller whatsoever. I think a lot of people have this misconception that just because you like it and you think it's a great shade doesn't mean that it was a good seller. Do you know what I mean? Like, y'all, I've had several products out there that I've really liked, and then come to find out people don't really like them. Like, before I even started working at Mac, they had this product. It was called the Brow Finisher. So it was a tint and a wax. I absolutely loved it because I have like very long brow hairs, and y'all, like, I'm not even exaggerating, in the wind they'll blow up and I just look a hot mess. You know what I mean? So that brow finisher was a wax but then a tint, and I'm like, y'all, for quick in a hurry, it's like a double whammy as far as like using a brow gel and a tint, and I love that product. And it was like my favorite MAC product. And then as soon as I started working at MAC, I realized, oh, nobody buys it. And then while I started working at MAC, they actually discontinued it. And I'm like, oh, well, no shit. No one bought that whatsoever. They were only using the brow pencils and not the brow finisher. Do you know what I mean? I think they did bring it back just for a little bit. But anyways, my whole point is about this is a lot of people out there, my Nana's always talking about, oh my God, how could this brand get rid of this? This was so good. It was so good. And I was like, it probably didn't sell well. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, the brand knows what product is selling well and not, and they're not going to get rid of a bestseller. Completely off topic of that, but I just wanted to throw that in there because I feel like a lot of people think like, oh my God, if something is so good, why did they get rid of it? But I'm like, it's just probably not selling. Anyways, let me shut up. I'm rambling about absolutely nothing. Check out this TikTok.
Day 412 of asking Morphe to bring back the Makeup Talk lip liner. Listen, if I just never shut up about it, they're gonna have to do it at some point. Look at this. Nothing else is like this. I've been trying to find dupes, and the dupes aren't duping. I've been trying Urban Decay Liar. Love the shade name, seriously, but like, it's just not the same. It's not the same texture. Like, I'm to the point where it's like, I'm gonna show up at their headquarters with the. And like, what is everyone at Morphe doing that they can't bring this back? Like, is Meredith Duxbury releasing her 87th skin tint? Okay, I'm sorry, I love Meredith, I'm just mad. Like, throw a dog a bone, Morphe. Like, just bring it back. Do it in collaboration with me. We can pretend I've never been in any scandals ever. I'll go full-blown beauty guru. I'll go full Michaela Jersey accent, and let's just see how many we sell. And maybe we sell a lot, and maybe it's good for everyone. Everyone's always like, what's the lip combo, Tana? Nothing. Just Makeup Talk and anything. Makeup Talk, mayonnaise. Like, literally anything. Please. Please.
I found it first. It was my signature lip.
See what I mean? Other giant influencers with massive followings are ready to promote this.
So hard. Mama.
I'm putting it in my boot for safekeeping. And we're on our way to the meet and greet to meet so many influenceable fans who would love to know what my lip combo is and purchase it. Kim Kardashian.
As y'all saw from right there, she is raving about this lip liner. And I just love too that she just like cracks jokes, y'all. Like, she's low-key even like threatening Morphe. Obviously it was just a joke, but this day and age I feel like everyone's so damn scared to crack a joke, you know. And speaking of jokes, I really like that she will crack a joke about Meredith Duxbury, and then obviously at the end of the video, Michaela Nogueira by her saying Kim Kardashian. And I find Tana Mongeau like low-key refreshing because I feel like people this day and age are so scared to like crack a joke. Do you know what I mean? Because everyone's so easily offended. And on top of that too, a lot of people on social media, they play the social media game of like really trying to get on everyone's good side, and they low-key kiss ass so that way they can collaborate with that person. And I feel like Tana Mongeau just really doesn't care. She's just like, I am who I am, take it or leave it, and that's it. And I find that to be very refreshing. Y'all, literally in the beginning of this video, I was like going off on a tangent here about like, say for example, like collaborating with, you know, a person after their video going viral and whatnot. And the reason why I was even mentioning that, I completely forgot to say, is because you guys are going to see in the podcast clip that I'm going to play right now, things are a little bit confusing because Tana Mongeau was actually saying, oh yeah, they're going to load 500 of the lip liners to the site. If they sell out, then we can discuss a collab. But then her friend Brooke was like, no, they didn't say anything about a collab. So I'm a little bit confused about that. I'm like, who's telling the truth there? I'm a little bit confused. Also, I do want to mention too, I found this to be a little bit weird, her wording too, within the clip you guys are going to see, is that she says that basically they like flew out. She's like, I know they didn't just fly out just to bring me lip liners. To me, that would mean like somebody who works in their PR department flew out to send her and hand deliver her these lip liners, which I don't really understand because like, wouldn't you just like send a package? Do you know what I mean? I was a little bit confused about that because I'm like, why would you just fly out? Maybe they thought it would be a little bit more personable for somebody to actually show up from the Morphe team to hand deliver her those, but also at the same time too, it's kind of like, that's a little bit awkward. You could have just sent me a PR package. I don't know. Anyways, go ahead and check out this clip right here.
Page again is like, I have a surprise for you. I'm like thinking it's the Crunch Wrap for real this time. And the Morphe girls walk in with boxes of Makeup Talk for all of us, and which is so amazing. Like, I have enough Makeup Talk until I'm in post-mortem, okay? And that's awesome, and I love it so much, and I'm so happy I've been down to my little nubs and like so on and so forth, right? I'm not gonna lie to you, and maybe this is my fault. Like, maybe I'm like really thinking of myself as something I'm not, you know what I mean? But I'm like, there's no way they flew all the way out here just to give me some lip liner, right?
No, it was a beautiful business venture for them.
Exactly.
And I loved it. It was, I'm literally wearing it on my hat as we speak.
Like, we love it. We love them. They came. But then at the end of it, they're like, and we've restocked 500 for your fans, and then maybe we'll give you a collab. Like,
No,
first of all, the fact that...
No. what they said was that if they sell out the 500, then they're gonna bring Makeup Talk back. No mention of a collab.
Oh.
That's what I think is like a little like questionable about it, because I'm like, not only did you just sell so many lip liners,
It sold. I
it's
posted
just
it,
so
and
that they can make more money.
yeah, I posted that it was back for them and for the fans, obviously, because now I have my 40. I wanted to let people know because I do think it's the best. It sold out in 3 minutes.
That's crazy.
And I have no check. I've been doing so much free
That's
work
charity.
for Morphe. I want to give them a time limit, and if it's like at that point they haven't done it, I'm getting to the lab, or I'm collabing with some brand that wants to.
As y'all saw from right there, low-key, it was a little bit confusing. I was like, what's really going on here? I don't know. Like, is Brooke in the right here? Is Brooke telling the right side of the story? Is Tana telling the right side of the story? I don't really know. But this does lead me to question, do you guys feel, okay, because I don't know if I'm crazy. Do you guys feel like they should do a collaboration with Tana Mongeau? I just really think that it could be good. Do you know what I mean? Especially being that she is like notorious for this lip liner now. Obviously, it literally pops up on the search in TikTok. So I'm like, okay, if this lip liner sold out right away because of her, wouldn't it be cool if they like even just did a Tana Mongeau lip combo, you know, like a little lip kit? And I just feel like, I don't know, it could be really good for them. I know that obviously now Morphe has like changed gears of things and they're trying not to work with, you know, so many people, especially because they're so scared to work with people who have a problematic past. But like I said before, I just feel like everyone has a little bit of a problematic past. Like everyone this day and age, no matter what you say or do, you're bound to offend somebody. We're just going in, I don't know, I just feel like we're going this direction in society to where like, y'all, me being a man in makeup could offend people. Do you know what I mean? So it's just kind of like, I don't know, have a backbone and just whatever it is, what it is. And if people don't want to support your brand, that's just it. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. That's just my opinion. I feel like low key, it could be a good opportunity for Morphe to make a comeback because yes, I know they're working with like Meredith Duxbury and whatnot, but I don't know. I don't feel like I'm really seeing anything from Morphe these days. And I feel like maybe Tana Mongeau can bring a different demographic to them. And I feel like they really need that. But that's just my little 2 cents on the situation. Make sure you guys let me know your thoughts and opinions about it. I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace out, Girl Scout.